Picture this. It's a sunny afternoon in April 1995. A man named McArthur Wheeler walks into two different banks in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. He doesn't wear a mask. He doesn't wear a hood. In fact, he looks directly into the security cameras and even gives them a confident smile. Most people would call this a suicide mission, but McArthur had a secret weapon. A weapon so absurd it sounds like a plot from a cartoon. He had covered his entire face in lemon juice. You see, Wheeler wasn't just a criminal. He was a scientist in his own mind. He knew that lemon juice can be used as invisible ink. It only shows up when heated. So, in his twisted logic, if he put lemon juice on his skin, his face would become invisible to the high-tech security cameras of the bank. He even tested it at home with a Polaroid camera. He claimed the photo came out blank, though police later suspected he just took a bad photo of the ceiling. When the police knocked on his door just hours later after showing his clear, unmasked face on the nightly news, Wheeler was genuinely baffled. His first words weren't, "I give up" or "I'm sorry." They were, "But I wore the juice." This single sentence became the foundation for one of the most famous psychological studies in history. This brings us to the core of the IQ trap, the Dunning-Kruger Effect. Psychologists David Dunning and Justin Kruger were so fascinated by Wheeler's stupidity that they launched a series of experiments. They discovered a terrifying truth about the human brain. People with the lowest level of competence in a field are often the ones most convinced of their own genius. They don't just make mistakes, they lack the very brain power needed to realize they're making them. Think about your own life. Have you ever argued with someone who knew absolutely nothing about a topic but acted like an expert? That's the IQ trap in action. It's called illusory superiority. We live in a world where the loudest voices are often the most ignorant, while the true experts are filled with doubt. In 2026, this trap is everywhere, from social media experts to world leaders. But why did Wheeler's brain fail him so miserably? It's because of a cognitive blind spot. When we want something to be true, like being invisible, our brain shuts down the logical prefrontal cortex and hands the steering wheel to our ego. Wheeler wanted to believe in the lemon juice theory so badly that he ignored the most basic laws of physics. This is why self-awareness is your only escape from the trap. Intelligence is a sharp tool, but without the humility to double-check your facts, it's just a faster way to ruin your life. We laugh at McArthur Wheeler because it makes us feel superior. But the truth is, we all have a little bit of lemon juice on our faces sometimes. We all have moments where we think we're invisible geniuses while the rest of the world is watching the train wreck. So, as we close today's case, ask yourself, what is your lemon juice? What is that one thing you're absolutely sure about that might actually be your biggest mistake? Stay sharp, stay aware, and most importantly, stay humble enough to know that you don't know everything. Because the moment you think you've escaped the IQ trap, you've probably just walked right back into it. Don't trust the juice. Stay smart or stay trapped.